Hello participants, in this part we discuss trends of foreign direct investment in India. Table 1 exhibits trends of foreign direct investment inflow during 1970 to 1990. The majority of FDI inflows were concentrated in developed countries during this period. While FDI inflows in developing countries were showing fluctuating trends, FDI inflows in India were insignificant and less than 0.5%. Table 2 exhibits trends of FDI inflows during 1991 to 2021. The majority of FDI inflows were concentrated in developed countries during this period. However, FDI inflows in recent past shifted from developed countries to developing countries. In 2020, FDI inflows in developing countries reached two-thirds of global FDI inflows. FDI inflows in India have been consistently increasing since 2014 and reached 6.65% of global FDI inflows in 2020. These can be correlated with the government's Make in India initiative and conducive investment environment for foreign investors. In pre-1991 period, the growth rate of FDI inflows was higher in case of global and developed countries than developing countries. In post-1991 period, the trends of FDI inflows have been fluctuating in case of global and developed countries. In pre-1991 period, the growth rate of FDI inflows was higher in case of global and developed countries than developing countries. In pre-1991 period, the growth rate of FDI inflows was higher in case of global and developed countries than developing countries. In post-1991 period, the trends of FDI inflows has been fluctuating in case of global and developed countries, even though the growth rate is higher. In case of developing countries and India, the line graph exhibits increasing trends but having low growth rate of FDI inflows. In case of India, FDI inflow has been showing the increasing trend, particularly after adoption of liberalization, privatization and globalization framework since 1991. However, the growth rate has been much higher after 2004. FDI inflow has been consistently increasing and has positive growth rate on year-over-year basis since 2014. Distribution of FDI inflow in India. Top 5 FDI investing countries are Mauritius, Singapore, US, Netherlands and Japan, making more than 70% of FDI investment in India. Top 5 sectors are service, computer software and hardware, trading, telecommunication, automobile industry and are attracting around 50% of FDI inflows. Top 5 states are Maharashtra, Karnataka, Gujarat, Delhi and Tamil Nadu and receiving more than 85% of FDI inflow of India. Thank you. Have a